This is a Lynx 6x6. This is a French Tier 8 light tank. The map is Pearl River. So you probably hear people talk about how if you want to be a better player, press the 2 key. It's true. I did an experiment where I compared like the worst tanks in the game versus the best tanks in the game. It's called Low Pen No Gold. And I got the worst Tier 8 tanks with no gold, and I didn't play any autoloaders or wheeled vehicles or any overpowered tanks like the Defender. I just played the ones with the lowest penetration with no gold. And I had really good games. And then I did the high penetration tanks. And I compared the two, and I did 30% more damage with the high penetration tanks. And I played probably 10 games with each. And it's called the Low Pen No Gold is the name of the videos that I'm referring to with the low penetration. So in Tier 8, the highest you can do is like 288, and the lowest is like 170, and the average is like 220. So I was playing with 185, 175 penetration, and I was having good games. But when I pulled out 270 penetration, I was the top player on the team all the time. Did way more damage, and it was easy. You just point and click. So there's a guy who's a well-known player. He's in the forums. He's got a high ranking, and in ranked battles, I beat him. He was ranked around 1,030, and I was ranked around 1,000. So I beat him in ranked battles. And he's well-known. Everybody knows him on the NA server. And see, I can't give away too many details, but I watched one of his replays. And when he was up against a tank that had strong armor, he just loaded gold rounds, and that's it. And I was like, you think you're a better player than me? When I'm in that situation, I maneuver to get behind that enemy tank and shoot him in the rear. And what you do is you just load gold ammo and fire at him in the front. He didn't even move. And I'm like, you're not a better player than me. You're not a better player than me. All of mine, I fire gold rounds like one every 1,000 games. Although I've been doing it lately because in order to get the gun marks, you just have to fire gold more often. Because I'm competing against all these gold spammers. Pull out the EBR. My last game, no, like 2 games ago, I did really well. I had a game with 3,500 spot damage. So the gold is an issue, and there's a way to solve it. With the second and the third, you can get the crew books. So I'm going to re-roll the second because I'll take the cash. Now I re-roll everything to try and get crew books. So the gold rounds in World of Tank Blitz, I believe they do less damage. And they are obviously more expensive. They can be considerably more expensive. But I made the point you should get less EXP for firing gold rounds. I mean, it's not fair that people are getting marks of excellence because they decided to fire gold rounds. That's not an example of excellence. And same with the WN8. They're all firing gold rounds. If they don't, they're not going to make it because they have to compete against everyone else who's doing it. And I've been playing for 7 years, and last year, some players went ballistic on me because I pointed this out, and they harassed me. They still harass me over it. And I had to literally write a letter to Wargaming headquarters, and then they added the anonymizer right after that, complaining about the crazy behavior of people who are stat padding. And I'm not talking about the fact that they're doing it, but the way they harass other players. I knew, like, the second week I played World of Tanks, what stat padding was. I'm talking about 2013, because I joined a clan and he explained to me. You said WN8. Oh yeah, you pat it. This is how you do it, and it doesn't take an hour to learn how to stat pad. In a minute. Yeah, driving. In a minute, someone can explain to you how to stat pad. And it's high penetration guns, gold rounds, overpowered tanks. And when you play frontline, that's what they're all doing. And same with ranked battles. But in frontline, like if you look at my frontline videos, you'll see me get general, right? And I'll point out, look, I got general, and the tank I'm playing is one of the worst tanks in the game. And everybody else is playing overpowered tanks, and they're firing gold rounds. And they're using stupid strategies. They're just using boring strategies like, go over here, hide behind this building, be safe. It's not skill-based gameplay. And there's another, I said the word skill. There's a player who has gun marks on his tanks. And you can stat pad WN8, you can stat pad mastery badges, you can stat pad gun marks. There's tricks to doing all of it. Because I'm doing gun marks, I'm playing differently to enhance my stats for gun marks. And one of the things you can do, for example, the day the tank comes out, you play it 100 times, you get 3 gun marks. It's easy. It doesn't take skill. And when you're playing the game, there's a lot of people that have 2 accounts, and they use one account competitively, and they use another account to learn how to play. But I got to learn how to play on one account, on the same account, so it hurts your stats because I have fun with this account. I'm going to show you an example of what having fun is in a moment. But an Unicum would never do that. An Unicum would keep the 2 separate. And I can tell, I can look at somebody's stats and you see suspicious behavior in their stats. And I'm not saying that means that they're cheating. I'm just saying, why does your stats show that you only play one tank and it's tier 6 and you're supposed to be one of the best players in the game? Why are you playing so many tier 6 tanks? And they do it to stat pad, and they're always playing the best tank, like a Cromwell or a Defender. That's why they're popular. The Scorpion G is popular for a reason. It's popular because it's a really good tank. It's got really good penetration. Not the highest. That would have been nice. I'm going to get out of here. So now I have to drive in reverse to get out of here, so I can keep the gas going. Because I could die at any moment. I watch other people play, and I notice that there's so many ways that people inflate their stats that you could see in their replays. Like, you'll notice I was always somewhat near the enemy. And there's a lot of good players will never go near the enemy. They'll always be in the back. They'll say that they are, but they'll always be far away. And they let their allies get shot at. And like, I could do that too. But that's not challenging and it's not fun. These wheeled vehicles, I believe they saved the game for me. If it weren't for the wheeled vehicles, I would get super bored with the game. Yeah, so regarding the gold rounds, I have never been somebody who played them, and I don't complain about them that much. But I am going to start playing with them because eventually around Christmas time, I might have 50 million silver. And why not fire gold rounds if you got 50 million silver? You see, like, my free EXP is 48,000. That's because I have nothing to spend it on. I think I have one more module I need to buy for a tank. that's around this amount of money, and then after that, I have nothing to spend it on until a new tech tree comes out. So every time I play a new tech tree, I level up all the modules immediately. The Italian tanks, when they come out, I will always play them with the best equipment, and it will make it easy to get the gun marks. It'll be very easy. In fact, I'm going to get them right away. I'm going to see if I can 3-mark it the day it comes out. And I've got so many of the blueprints, I can get any tank I want. And I'm going to show everybody how easy it is. I'm sure I'll get 2 gun marks. I'm sure I'll get 3. I'm confident. Because nobody plays it the day it comes out. So the requirements to get the gun mark is really low. Isn't this beautiful? You see what I did? I put the summer or the desert camo on the bottom, and I put the winter camo on the top. Isn't that cool? I'm a genius. We are assaulting. I prefer assault because there's a little bit more action, because there's less time. There's an incentive. I don't like to sit around. If I'm in a clan battle, it's different. In clan battles, I got to admit, I've been aggressive in clan battles too. But I play a lot more carefully in the clan battles, which I haven't played in like 7 years. And in ranked battles, I play a little different in ranked battles, not that much. Gotta spot whatever you can. Look how far away my allies are. They're never going to hit anything. Actually, somebody did. Someone hit it for 844. So I lost speed, and they destroyed me. You don't want to lose speed for any reason. But somehow I lost speed. I'm not sure how it happened. Maybe I'll try a game with the crazy drive mode.